What's up guys, and welcome to the second recap of my first ever over the board chess tournament. In the previous video we've gone over rounds 1, 2 and 3. I've also told you my result, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. And in today's video we're gonna look at the last two games that I have where I have written down my moves. In the other 4 I have not. So we're gonna take a look at the rounds 4 and 9. No need to waste time. Let's get into it. So this is round 4. It was in the morning. It was at 9 a.m. It was after those first 3 games where I have won the first one. Again, I'm showing them in the previous video, so make sure to check it out. Okay, I knew a little bit about my opponent. I have searched something before that day, and I'm like, okay, there is really no need to make this a complication. He plays c4, I'm prepared, I play c5, and I already get him into my game. I'm happy that he plays e4, and we're just gonna be playing the Sicilian. He plays knight f3, and I go with g6, so I'm in my natural habitat. He plays knight c3, I think it's with the bishop on g7, and now he pushes d4. I think it was already also prepared on me. I think he did know what is coming, so that's why he played knight c3 first of all, so maybe throw me off a little bit, but he was playing very fast at the start. But he plays d4, I take, he takes, and now knight c6 is like definitely the only move. You could also play a6 here, but I automatically play knight c6 here. Also moves like knight f6 just doesn't make any sense, because now if this, I probably just have to go back. So definitely knight c6 only move, hitting the knight. Now taking here is already bad, and him picking up his knight, I was thinking that he might want to capture my knight, which I would be really happy about. But he's like, you got me into your opening, and now I don't want you to be in your theory anymore. And he goes knight b3, which did throw me off, and I have spent some time here, so I try to kind of understand the position a bit more, because this is definitely not a move that I face a lot, but it is one of the moves that you could play here. I go knight f6, putting some pressure on the pawn. Obviously, push doesn't work here because of, yeah, I can just say, because the knight is not over here anymore. But anyways, my point was that even if you would have pushed here and the pawn would be protected, I can go back now and I can go to h6, maybe try to rotate to f5. So knight f6 before pushing d6 is, I think, definitely a better combination. Now he goes, and now he goes bishop e2. It was bishop e2, which I was really even confused about, I would say, because this is extremely passive. Most of my opponents go bishop b5, targeting my knight straight away, playing something like bishop c4, or just trying to put pressure. But this is brutal passivity, and I was really surprised to see that move. And I know that in these structures of the hyperexcited dragon, if you would like to play that, then this light square bishop is a very, very weak piece, and most of the times, this knight is over here. So let's say now it would go back, I'll play d6, and I will just try to trade it off straight away, probably, because this is just, that light square bishop is just not a good piece. But when he stays passive like that, and he plays bishop to e2, most of the time, you would like to keep both of these bishops on the board. So that's what I'm gonna play for. I'm gonna play for the bishop pair, and maybe with something in the future, with some of my knight jumping forward somehow, I don't know, I could get one of his bishops. So I castle, he castles, and I play d6, and I'm like, okay, we're in a decent structure, and now this is kind of a key moment of the game. How is he gonna play? Is he gonna play like f3? Is he gonna what is he gonna do, right? It just continues with bishop e3, keeping it extremely solid. And now I do indeed find the best move, which I have spent a lot of time about, because I'm like, there is no way that in a real chess tournament I am going to play bishop e6. But I did play bishop e6. I did find the best move. And we're move 9, by the way, and this is still theoretical stuff, which I obviously did not know, but it still is theory, right? And now he plays a move that is just getting a bit to my head, and I think the way that he has played this game was really smart from his way. And he plays bishop f3, and like, nothing is really going on. He's just making these little moves that, okay, bishop f3, the engine says that it's an inaccuracy, but I think it does improve his position. I don't know. Knight e5 is the best move, which I actually do play in the game. So I am playing a perfect game so far. I'm doing really good, which I do not know. I actually was a bit scared here. And we'll see, obviously, what's going to happen. Then he plays h3. He's playing such little improving moves, and he's keeping it extremely solid. And now I played a move which I thought in the game was really good, and it's knight c4. The engine says so as well, but I think this is the turning point where I'm putting my knight on a square where it really shouldn't be, even though the engine says it's okay. From this point on, this knight was really bad, and we're gonna see that in a bit. So knight c4, bishop d4 is a mistake apparently, because I can't take, which I did not even consider. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. I mean, you got an X-ray. I did not even want to calculate that out. I did not want to calculate it out. I'm like, this is so simple. Here, he goes somewhere, and then, oh my god, his queen is hanging. So, right, I mean, it's just incredible that I did not calculate that, because takes, and you have to move the queen. And if you, yeah, I think this is, I was worried about this, because then where am I gonna go? Okay, I can play bishop c4, but I was like, I don't want to get my knight trapped. I was so scared to take that pawn. So I'm like, all right, we don't have to take. We don't have to take knight b6, and already, as you can see, from playing a perfect opening, where I equalize with black, you know, I put some pressure on him. He plays too passive, right? 0.3, and I've equalized. I am even a little bit better. Knight c4. This is -1. This is like I would be up a pawn, which I could have been if I would have taken that pawn. But no, I play knight b6. Now the advantage is back to him, and I was not liking that knight over there. I'm gonna be honest, because I was also trying to play a6 in the future, because this knight could get some jumps here. I wanted to play queen c7, but then that could get targeted straight away. So I wanted to play a6, but that's not possible either. I mean, it is, but then this knight has an only protector, and it is the queen. So already not liking my position, even though it's just plus 0.4. Rook e1. Alright, nothing special about that move. Rook c8. Now, I know I spent a lot of time on this move, because I had absolutely no idea what to do. He really has taken me into a position where I probably have never been in. Probably, for sure. The best move was, again, knight c4, come back and make the threat again. So that's pretty cool. I could have played knight b to d7. Maybe, you know, what does he play? The best move is knight d5. Let's say he plays something solid, because that is the way he's playing. Let's say he plays this, that's fine. And I can even go knight e5. Doubling up my pawns, making this just a bad piece, pretty much. Even trading the queens, and I could just go for a draw. Probably was the way to play that. But I just play rook c8. I mean, I calculated so many moves. I think I even calculated something like knight d7, just trading off the bishops, and I just leave me alone with this bishop. I'm not gonna lie to you straight away. I mean, obviously I have seen a6, and just did not know how am I gonna make this move happen. And I'm like, okay, you're so low on the time. You gotta play something. So I just pick up the rook. I play rook c8, and I mean, I'm just not liking that move. e5, he crushes. It's the best move. I have to take. He takes back with the bishop, and I play knight f to d7. Already an inaccuracy, because now I was stunned. I did not know. I really don't know how to explain that, but he got such a domination over this file. And if I would have traded it, I mean, I could have gone there. Also, there is pressure here. I wouldn't mind if he would have taken. And the best move is knight f to d5, just going here, keeping it super simple. Actually, yeah, I have definitely considered that move. I'm sorry, it's about what, 4 days after I've played this game, so I do not remember it. It sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not really. This is another thing that I was considering, but I was again super scared. Wait. How does that work? Bishop takes g7, king takes g7, and if you take it, bishop. Oh yeah, this knight is over here, obviously. Yeah, okay. And now I remember. I have seen that, but I was just too scared to do anything in this position. Knight fd7, bishop takes, king takes g7, and it's losing. It's not even worse. It's just losing for me. And he captures the pawn. I completely forgot to say that. I obviously knew that the pawn was hanging from the move e5, which is why I think rook c8 was not the move, and I should have stopped this move. But I obviously did notice that. But his domination on this side of the board was just way too much. It was just way too much, and I was like, I can't go here, I can't go here. So let me trade these dark square bishops off. That way, I can actually move my rook somewhere, right? Rook c7, bishop f3, knight f6. We do get a good sequence here. Knight d4, bishop d5, and now he plays queen d3, which apparently is a mistake, because I can take, and if you take, I'm gonna take this knight, right? Which even that is not so winning, even though I'm up a piece, because he's gonna go here, right? Oh, is he not? Okay. But queen d3 apparently is, I can just take, I can just trade. But I am very stunned. I don't know what to do, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna double. I'm gonna at least put some pressure on this file. And he takes. I take back with this knight. Didn't really know what is the better knight to take with, but I'm like, okay, this knight is at least doing something. It is protecting my king a bit, so I'm gonna take with this knight. And at this move, he has spent. I mean, at this point, it's probably, I could have 4 minutes. He could have 12, 10, something like that. He has spent so much time. I knew this was just not a good position, but it's like, it's not like I'm gonna resign. Obviously, it could be cool, right? I mean, and he has spent so much time. I think it went from, let's say, 4 minutes to 11 to 4 to 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, now I can at least put time pressure on him. And he plays c4. I go back, and even though I did put clock pressure on him, b3, rook d8 I play, he doubles, e6, queen e3, and now there is just an insane amount of pressure on this diagonal. I know that if he would have moved somewhere, say I mean, on the next move, then I could have probably traded this. No, I couldn't. Because the bishop protects it now. So again, a horrible position. This is, I play queen e8, right? And that's the last move that I have written down, because then I was like, at least try to play this game out. At least try to really put the clock pressure on him. That is what I did. But it just wasn't enough. Then I hung a fork, so this knight did fork my queen and my rook. he picked up the rook, and then he was just very close to promoting. I couldn't stop that, and it was 2 rooks against a rook and a knight, and he had way more pawns as well. So I have resigned, and I have lost the round 4 as well, and that is why after this round, the rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8, I did not write it down anything. So that is why we will take a look at round number 9. That is why we will take a look at round number 9, where at this point, again, check out the previous video for more context, but I was 3 out of 8, which is not a result I was happy with at all. But it's like, okay, it's my first tournament, I still can get 4 out of 9, which I'd be like, okay, that's not horrible. It's not great, I'm not happy with that, but it's fine, and I will finish somewhere in that middle. So, you know, I come to the board, my opponent already, because I'm a child, he already gets a bit scared of me, but like out of respect, he was like a really chill guy. So that was pretty funny to experience too. You know, when you can talk with your opponents as well. Okay, let's get into the game. So d4, d5, knight c4. I get my queen's gambit, I get what I love, I get my position in chess, and already plays a move that I am familiar with, and I know that it is not a great move, and it is knight f6. And against this, you are supposed to take, because if they take back with the queen, that's already bad, because you get the tempo in the knight. I mean, the queen can either go back, or it can go, to a5 or back, or it just is not a great thing, because let's say here and then you can push, right? And you already have a center. But he takes back with the knight, which is definitely the better move. And I still am in theory. I play knight f3, he plays bishop f5, and this move kind of did shock me, because even though I have been in this position quite a lot of times, bishop f5 I have not faced, which is like extreme surprise to me. But after bishop f5, I do find one of the moves that is knight c3. Actually, a better way to play would be to go knight bd2 and now push for e4, because now he cannot capture me. And if I would play knight c3 and he would capture, I guess that this pawn is a big weakness, but I was like, I am just going to find a way to push e4 anyways. There definitely would be a way. I'm gonna play queen b3, hit this, and we just are gonna have a pretty decent game. Well, that is not what happens, and my opponent does shock me a bit with a move in knight to b6. I'm already thinking this is a bit unorthodox, and the engine says that it is a mistake. And it does give me the option to play e4, and I do play e4. I kick the bishop out, and already I'm thinking, okay, I have a full center, and I'm just gonna attack with any of my pieces, and we're just gonna have a great game. And here I give a check, which the engine says that it is an inaccuracy, because I think I do give my opponent a bit of a he can develop in some way, but I did play this check because I wanted this knight to be over here and not over here, because I think if it is over here, you've got ideas of playing like e3, c5, just crushing my center, but over here it just is gonna get kicked. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's just pretty simple. My opponent's gonna look at that move and he's like, why is he giving me a check? He's just gonna block, and I'm just gonna go here, and it's just gonna be super simple, right? Well, it really was not that easy. My opponent obviously plays c6, and I go back, and right, so cool. Okay, that didn't work out. I mean, I'm just gonna try something else, and now he plays e6. And now here I know I have spent a lot of time, because I thought that e6, okay, you open up your bishop, where is it gonna go? Here, what's it gonna do here? Here, what's it gonna do here? Okay, well then obviously it's just gonna pin me, and it's gonna try to put as much pressure on me as possible. So I'm like, do I play a3 maybe, or do I play a4, try to kick this knight out, which is an idea I had for a while, because I know when the knights are on these 4 squares, it should be good to play any of these moves. And I'm like really thinking, what do I do? Or do I go forward? Do I hit the bishop and just pick it up and have a bishop pair? I mean, or do I play h4 here, and do I try to kick this bishop out? I mean, there's just so many ideas, such a rich position, and I was thinking, in what order or what kind of style of play do I even choose? And I did choose one of these moves. I chose the aggressive way, and that was to play a4, which is not the best move by far, by half of a pawn. The best move was just to play h4. And if he goes for something like this, I can push. And after this, apparently, I just do get a whole lot of aggressive. Just I do put a lot of pressure on him. e6, a4, and now my opponent goes exactly where I wanted him to. Exactly where I wanted him to, and he plays knight 8 to d7. And already I'm thinking that I do have something here. I gotta have something here. Why is he not stopping a5? Such a big threat. Why is he not doing anything about that, right? So that was my point. So obviously I do play a5. I do play a5, and he goes all the way back. He goes to c8. And I'm already thinking, how do I not have a win here? I gotta have something. He's got one piece out, maybe 2, but what is this knight gonna do here? Right, I can already castle. I've got so many opportunities. I've got so many things to play for. And I'm just the one attacking. I am the one, pulling the strings. And I was considering, if I do castle, I was considering h4 as well. What do I do here, right? Well, I played probably the most aggressive move in the position, and as you probably guess, it is d5. It is d5, and it actually is the best move in the position, which I don't even know. And now he has a choice. He can let me take it, which is probably not a good choice, since whatever pawn I take, you're just gonna have an isolated one, right? So it's already, I'm thinking that I gotta have something in the position. And he takes with the c pawn, which is the better pawn to take with. And now I play a move that the computer says that it's an inaccuracy, but I play bishop b5. And I'm like, already there is so much pressure on this knight, and if you're not careful, I'm just gonna jump in. I'm just gonna put pressure over here. I'm gonna bring the rook in, something, and my opponent completely collapses, and he plays d takes c4. And I'm like, what? Move 12. Move 12. And keep in mind, I probably have around 30 minutes out of my 20. And he has that 20. He hasn't spent a lot of time, right? He got some bonus time, but he hasn't definitely spent more than, what, 1.5 minutes for sure. For sure. And he just like, I don't understand. 95. And my opponent actually bangs the table, and he resigns. He resigns. We were one of the quickest games there in the whole arena. So that is it. That is the second game, guys. That is all I got for you today. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And maybe a bit of context. I did end up this tournament on 4 out of 9. Not the greatest one. It's my first tournament, right? But the next one I got in a month. So again, more videos are coming. Make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm gonna be uploading every single day. Make sure you follow my Road to 2200 ELO series, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.